So, now begins day 4 of the Camino. I got up and left Arzua at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was foggy until 10:30 in the morning, or, 10:30. So it was foggy for a long time. An ominous start to an ominous day. So, after I'd had such a good day with everyone, I was, starting to get more tired. There's, people talking in the albergues. There are people up watching a football game, soccer game, and being loud, and it's just it's just hard to sleep when people are moving around you. I'm not, a very, very deep sleeper. I wish I was. That's my one wish, is that I could sleep, with the TV on when people are talking, but I always just want to know what they're saying. And, so I started my day off. I took a couple stops to, get coffee and, get some pep in my step, and, I was just whew. So, I had another 28 kilometers to go this day, and I was walking, you walk by everyone, and you go, hola, buen camino, ¿cómo está? Blah, 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 stuff like that. And, so I was walking, and, through this forest of, eucalyptus. There are all these eucalyptus forests, which Tony told me they planted eucalyptus because it grows really fast after, a forest had burned down. So there would be all these periods of time where we'd be walking through eucalyptus, and it would smell so good. It was beautiful. Like I said, every single day the landscape was different. It was gorgeous. So, I was walking on my merry way, and I look up to say, oh, buen camino, to someone. It was Tony, so I was super excited. I was like, hey! We, gave each other hugs, and we, walked together, and, lo and behold, 30 minutes later, he was like, oh, this is where I'm stopping. It was, 18 kilometers from Santiago. And I was like, well, I really, 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 I had planned on getting there in 4 days. And I was like, I gave myself that 5th day as a cushion. But they had the big pilgrim's mass at noon. And I was like, I need to get closer to Santiago because I want to get there for that mass. So I planned to stop in this city called Labacoya, which is 10 kilometers out. And I was like, well, I can do that in 2.5, 3 hours, easy. So, everyone stopped in the city, and, and whatever. I stopped and got another coffee because I was, kind of dragging. I should have stopped there, but I kept going. And, so I just started trudging on my little way, and, there's, this cute little kid selling, candy and fresh squeezed lemonade. I, got it from him. I was like, oh, this is so cute. I'm supporting local children's dreams. It was adorable. So I was like, oh, yay, I did that. And then I just started trudging and trudging and trudging. And my city just kept not showing up. I kept running into little pueblos, and it was just not that city. I seriously walked for another hour and a half, depressed. I had to give myself pep talks to get there. And, this is really hard. Day 4 was hard. After you walked 30 kilometers, almost 30 kilometers, 3 days in a row, it kind of gets to you. And it's not like I was extremely well rested before I left. So finally, I got there just as it started to rain. How typical. So, I got there, and they were like, well, we have his individual rooms. I was like, oh, I don't care. I'm so tired. So I had my own individual room again, so that was nice. So I got to just shower. I took a nap. I went up and I visited the church. It wasn't open, so I just kind of walked around the graveyards, because graveyards just aren't weird to me anymore now that my grandpa's died, because I just know that there's just a lot of great people there. A lot of people just like my grandpa, and it's just they're just really peaceful places. So I just would go there. I always just take a stroll for them because they're really, really pretty the way they're decorated. And I did that, and then I had dinner. I had the Pilgrim's menu again, had another bottle of wine. It was great. And then I just passed out, only to be woken up around midnight by people having sex. Those were the thinnest walls. I heard it through my earplugs. I took my earplugs out because I was like, what is that? I could hear the bed creaking. I was like, A, how do you have energy for this? B, aren't you sore? C, aren't you tired? D, don't you know that everyone can hear you? It's not like you couldn't hear everyone through the walls anyways all day. I don't know, but I couldn't sleep for a while after that. I turned the light on and waited for it to finish, and then I just was like, this is awkward. So anyways, so that was the end of my 4th day. It was kind of not as exciting because I was just exhausted. And but I made it through. And day 5, I got to Santiago.